War Dog. The rain poured down relentlessly, turning the muddy trenches into a quagmire of despair. Thomas huddled in his makeshift shelter, reading the "Dear John" letter from his girl back home. She had married his best friend from high school and apologized. Hurt and losing his reason, Thomas was trying to find some semblance of comfort amidst the chaos of war. As he peered out into the darkness, a movement caught his eye. A small, shivering figure emerged from the shadows, a stray puppy with pleading eyes. Without hesitation, Thomas scooped up the trembling creature and held it close to his chest. The puppy nuzzled against him, seeking warmth and solace in the midst of the storm. In that moment, a bond was forged between man and animal, a bond that would withstand the trials of war. As the days turned into weeks, Thomas and the puppy, whom he named Winston, became inseparable companions. Winston would follow Thomas wherever he went, his loyal presence a source of comfort in the midst of the horrors of battle. Together, they faced the relentless onslaught of enemy fire, finding solace in each other's company. Despite the chaos and destruction surrounding him, Thomas and Winston found moments of peace and joy in each other's presence. Winston's playful antics and unwavering loyalty brought a glimmer of light into Thomas's dark world, reminding him of the beauty and innocence that still existed amidst the brutality of war. One fateful day, as Thomas and Winston were caught in the midst of a fierce battle, disaster struck. A landmine lay hidden in their path, waiting to unleash its deadly payload. In a moment of pure instinct, Winston leaped forward, pushing Thomas out of harm's way just as the explosion ripped through the air. Thomas lay dazed and disoriented, his ears ringing from the blast. As he struggled to his feet, he frantically searched for Winston, his heart pounding with fear. And then he saw him, lying motionless on the ground, his fur stained with blood. As Thomas awoke in a hospital bed, his mind reeling from the shock of his injuries, he feared the worst for Winston. The thought of losing his loyal companion filled him with a deep sense of grief and loss. Thomas felt hopeless as he lay in his hospital bed, his heart heavy with sorrow. Then the morphine kicked in and he was kept under for several months. When he awoke, an angelic-looking nurse told him the bad news. He lost an arm and had a leg amputated and his face badly burned and disfigured. The good news, that he was being sent home to the States by medical ship. It would be a long journey home, but his war was over. Once stateside, an attendant drove him home. They talked and Thomas mentioned the landmine and Winston saving his life. The driver mentioned that the army was training dogs to find landmines. Thomas was taken out of the car and wheeled towards his mother's house, where he received a miraculous surprise. There, waiting for him at the front door, was Winston, alive and well. Thomas could hardly believe his eyes, his heart overflowing with joy and gratitude. But how could a dead dog get from the battlefields of Europe back to the United States? The bond between man and dog had proven to be unbreakable, defying the odds and bringing hope back into Thomas's shattered world. As Thomas and Winston reunited, their bond stronger than ever, they faced the challenges of the future with courage and determination. Not only had Thomas lost the girl that he loved, he had also lost an arm and a leg to the explosion, his body scarred and disfigured, but his spirit became stronger. With Winston by his side, he found the strength to rebuild his life and move forward, one step at a time. The unbreakable spirit bond between man and dog had weathered the storm of war, emerging stronger and more resilient than ever. Together, Thomas and Winston faced the unknown future with a sense of hope and optimism, knowing that as long as they had each other, they could overcome any obstacle that came their way. And so, the story of Thomas and Winston, of love and loyalty in the midst of war, became a testament to the enduring power of friendship and the unbreakable bond between man and animal. In a world torn apart by conflict and strife, their story shone like a beacon of light, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love and loyalty could triumph over adversity.